Hello friends, welcome to Nick IT Academy. I'm Chandrasekhar. I hope you have seen my previous installations video and you have installed the Informatica Power Center successfully. And let us begin our complete training. So kindly watch the playlist as well as the description for more informations. So let us start our session. So Informatica Power Center has four client tools. The first one is Repository Manager, Designer, Workflow Manager, and Workflow Monitor. If you look at here, so I'm just selected the Repository Manager here. So here we have the repository. So Repository Manager, Designer, Workflow Manager, and Monitor. So these are all the four client tools available in Informatica Power Center. So these client tools are interconnected with each other. So all these tools are connected with the repository. So first we can connect with the repository. So let us see all these client tool one by one. First tool, repository manager. So this repository manager will be denoted as R here. So this is the repository manager and it is used to do all the admin related tasks. So what are the admin related tasks? So we can create a folder for our project. We can provide some access and privileges. And once the code has been developed, we can export the XML or you can import the XML. So for an example, you are getting the data XML from production environment. We have to do some modification on the existing work, existing logic. Then you can import the production XML into a dev repository and then you can do. So all this you can do by using this repository manager. Historical run status, we can see by using this repository manager. So this is a repository manager. Just I'm connecting. So connect this repository manager. I'm connecting with admin user. So in our real-time project, there will be a lot of folders will be there. And just I'm creating a folder for this. So go to this folder. You can create a folder. So here I'm just creating a folder called NIC IT Academy. So all these sessions we are going to see in this folder only. So just I have created. So here I have created a folder. So you can see here the folder has been created and it will not have anything as of now. So this is the one thing we will do here. After some time, we will export the XML file, import the XML file in this repository manager. So that we will see a later point of time. So these are all the four steps you can do. The second client tool is designer. The designer, by using designer, we can do three things. One is source definition, target definition, and mapping. The mapping logic. Source definition, we can define all our sources. The sources might be a flat file or it will be a relational database table or it will be a XML file or COBOL file. Or the same way the target we can define and mapping logic. So normally if you are the developer, we will be using this designer tool very much. Around 70 to 75% we will be working on this designer tool only. So all this business logic we will create by using this mapping designer. Okay, we will see all this tool one by one. So from here, just I'm connecting to the designer. You can see here the designer tool. So it will be automatically. So whenever you are opening the folder here, the corresponding folder will be opened here automatically. So at a time, you can open only one folder here. So you cannot open two folders at a time. So if you want to open the second folder, you can right click and open it. So folder should be opened. If you are closing it, if you're just closing it, disconnect it, it will be disconnected. Here also it will be disconnected. If you're disconnecting, this workspace will not be available. If you want to open, so there is a difference between connect and open. If you connect, the folder will be connected, but the workspace will not be opened. So you can open the folder by using this open option. So you can open it. So this is the designer tool. You can see here there are 5 components in the designer tool. By using this designer, we can make 3 things. One is source definition, target definition, and mapping. So go to this designer. If you look at here, there are 5 components in this designer. So first component is source analyzer. So by using the source analyzer, we can define the source. If you are clicking on the source here, source analyzer, the top you can see the source. If you click on the second one, target designer, the top you can see the target. Then transformation developer. So that I will explain one by one. Then maplet designer, mapping designer. So what are the 5 components? Source analyzer, target designer, transformation developer, maplet designer, and mapping designer. So as a first time, it will be little bit confused for you, but after you are using this tool for next 2 to 3 days, so definitely these component names will be very easy for you. By using the source analyzer, we can define the source definition. So sources might be relational database table or a flat file or COBOL file or XML file. For example, here, I'm going to connect the source here. So import from database or a file or import from COBOL file or XML file. Or you can create an instant source definition here, but it should be a same structure of either your file or it's a database table or anything. So here I'm going to connect with import from database. I'm just connecting it, this source table from HR schema. I'm going to take the table called employees table. Any table you can take. So consider this is the existing architecture. So this is a database I have. So in this database, I have 3 schemas. So one schema I have created repository. So I have the same I have explained in our installation. So here I'm having, so this is a structure we are going to follow for entire project, entire session. So you can see here, so we have the HR schema. So from here, I'm going to take, so from HR schema, I'm going to take the table called employees table. So from this table, from employees table, I'm going to take the data and I'm going to load the data into T underscore employees table. So it's a table to table load. Just for the explanation, I'm going to explain so how to load the data from table to table by using this Informatica client component. You can see here, so source analyzer, I have created the source and I'm going to the second component is target designer. By using target, you can define the target here. You can go to the import from database. You can see here, the target might be anything. So I'm just connecting target table. For the explanation, I just connected one table, T underscore employees. Just I have taken this T underscore employees table from the core schema. So this is the first component, source analyzer. Second component is target designer. The third component is transformation developer. So what is this transformation developer? You can see here, these are all the transformations. By using this transformation, we can apply a lot of business logic. So this is the update strategy, expression, filter, and aggregator. The same, whatever we are doing in an SQL, the same logic you can do by using these transformations in Informatica. The transformation developer is nothing but a single transformation. If you want to do the reusable logic, then you can create the reusable transformation here. So this is the very early stage to understand this reusable logic, but try to understand. So going forward, I will be explaining this reusable transformation very clearly. If the single transformation can be reused in multiple mapping, so that will be called as reusable transformation. So here in project, we can use this reusable transformation, encryption, decryption, time conversion, date conversion, some conversion logic, all this, right? So most of the projects, most of the developers are using the same logic. In this case, one developer can create the transformations by using this transformation developer, and then others can just drag and drop this like function in Oracle. The second one, the fourth component is Maplet Designer. Maplet Designer is nothing but, so Maplet Designer also is used to create a reusable component. But here in transformation developer, a single transformation you can use. But so for an example, that the reusable logic you can create by combining 2 to 3 transformations, then you have to create it in Maplet Designer. The Maplet Designer is nothing but a set of, so here I have explained everything. So I have posted this document in the descriptions. So you can take this document. Transformation developer and Maplet Designer. Transformation developer is nothing but it's also a reusable component. A single transformation can be reused and it can be reused in multiple mappings. And Maplet Designer is nothing but, so this is the Maplet Designer. A set of transformations can be reused in multiple mappings. So this is also reusable component. The fifth one is called Mapping Designer. So this is the Mapping Designer. By using this Mapping Designer, we can create the logic. In Mapping Designer, you can see here left-hand side, the source and target definitions and everything. Then you can go here, you can go to the mapping and create. So M underscore employees details. Just I'm creating this employees details. Just a drag and drop this one, employees to mapping. So you'll be having this source qualifier. Source qualifier is nothing but the source qualifier converts the source data type into Informatica native data type. So that is the functionality of source qualifier. These concepts you will see in the later sessions. Okay, so I have drag and drop the target. So this is called a mapping. You can just drag and drop this one. This is a table to table load. You can see here, this is called pipeline. So if you have connected wrongly, you can select here, you can delete, and again you can connect it. Just you can drag and drop this one. So just it will be connected. You can save, it should be valid. So I will be explaining this transformation developer and Maplet designer in later sessions in detail. We will have separate session for transformation developer and Maplet designer. In that session, I will clearly explain. Okay, so these are all the 5 components which are available in designer level. So just I have explained here. So now I can go to the workflow manager, click on workflow manager. The workflow manager will be opened. So workflow manager is used to create a session and the connections and workflows. In workflow manager, 3 components are there: task developer, worklet designer, and workflow designer. This task developer is a reusable component. So in designer we have seen transformation developer and Maplet designer. Here single transformation can be reused. The same way in task developer, we can create a single reusable session. So that I will explain in later session, but just remember this: by using this task developer, we can create a single reusable session. We can provide the connection also in task developer. But if I want to create a reusable logic by combining 2 or 3 sessions, then I can go with worklet. For an example, in the project, you can have some control table loads. So after loading the target tables, you want to load some control tables. It's a common for all the projects. So you can, the one person has created already the same worklet, you can use it. So any of the developers can use it. And this is called worklet designer. So these task developer and the worklet designer is used to create a reusable component. The third one is called workflow designer. So here we can create a workflow. Go to workflow here. Just I'm creating a workflow. Look at here. So this is what workflow. WF_employees. So just I'm creating a workflow. The start button will be created, and you can see here the session. So here also you can create by using this task and create. So you can create a task, but here we have to enter the name. But here we have a shortcut for this, and the session you can click on here. You'll be having the associated, you have to select the associated mapping. So since we have created only one mapping, so only one mapping will be available. You can select here, you can click on this link task, and you can link it. You can see here a lot of connections. We need to provide the connections here. You can see the connections. You can click on here. We can provide, by using these connections, we can provide relational connections, the file transfer protocol connections, and application connections, and loader. Something like in Teradata, we have some loader, fast loader, multi-loader, or something loader. That connection we can create, and the front-end application connections we want to create, that application connections we can create. So mostly we used to create relational connection. If it is a development environment, you can create a connection, but in real time, if it is a production environment, you have to ask the Informatica admin team to create a connection. They should have already created. You have to use that connections, but normally we will have a parameterized connection. So that I will tell you after some time. For a security reasons, we will be creating a parameterized connections. So that is one, that connection only we are using. So not like this hard-coded connection. We will use normally parameterized connection. So that will be passed through parameter file. That concept we will see in later point of time. Just we have created a workflow, you can save it. So this is what the component in the 3 components in the workflow manager. Okay, next one, the monitor. The 4th client tool is called monitor. By using this workflow monitor, you can run a workflow. You can see whether it is running or succeeded or failed or aborted or stopped. So anything you can see the status. It's just a monitoring tool. You can see the row count, source and target row count, how many record it read from the source and returned to the target. So that you can see here. And throughput is nothing but number of record per second. So per second, how many records it has been read and how many records it has been written into the target, that you can see here. And you can see the session log. So session log is very much important in our real-time environment. So whenever anything happened, you can check the session log. Okay, so these 4 steps you can see here in monitor. So whenever you are running this workflow, the monitor will be automatically opened. You can see here. So remember, whenever you are creating a workflow, the mapping should be valid. So then only you can able to create a session, and then you can able to save this workflow as valid one. So here it is showing like start workflow has been started. You can see here it is running. So you can see whether it is a running or it has aborted or it has failed anything. So either you can go for Gantt chart or task view. So it is showing like failed. So we have to check why it has been failed. As I mentioned here, we have to go here, get session log. So you can see get session log. You can press E here. So that is what it will tell you. It tells you that table or view does not exist. Where I'm getting the error. So that is on the writer thread. So reader thread, it has read the data. You can see here, it has read the data here from the source, but while writing, it is getting failed. So you can check why it has been failed. You can go here. So it is showing that session is failed, but the workflow, the parent of workflow is showing like failed, succeeded. It should not be the real-time cases. You have to go here. You have to enable one option called the fail parent. If this task fails, fail parent if this task fails. If this task fails, fail a parent. This one workflow, you have to fail it. Okay, and also you have to check this option. Go to config object. You can make this stop on errors equal to 1. So that two options. So every sessions we will give these two options. Whenever if any one error occurs, it will stop the workflow. So you can provide the control S. It's a valid now. Just we have pointed out because of the connection it is failing. You can go to the mapping. You can check the source and target connection. Source is always a relational reader. You can see a relational reader. So you can provide the connections here. It is pointing to HR schema. You can see here HR schema and password is available. In target, just you can connect to the target and you can provide the connections here. Truncate target table option, then apply OK here. So should I give truncate target table option for every sessions? No need. If you want to truncate before loading the table, then you can do. So again, I'm just starting. You can see. So just intentionally I did it to explain you the session log, and you can see here it is running. It will succeed now. So right click, get run properties. You can see here the source and target statistics. So here it will be showing like how many record it has read from the source, and then it has written the target, and there is no rejected record. Throughput is nothing but record per second, 107 record, and here also 107 record. So there is no error. You can go and check in the database table. So here is a table, the target schema. So this is the core schema. Then you can check here. So it has been loaded. So this is the target table. You can see here the data has been loaded into the table, and it has 107 records. Count the rows. It has 107 records. So this is the 4 client tools in the Informatica level. You can see here. So these steps you have to follow. Whenever you are creating a workflow, these steps you have to follow. The first one, you have to do the source definition. So that is what we have did. Source definition, we have did first one. Second one, target definition. So these three things, first one, source and target and mapping. These three things you have to do in Designer. So that is what we have done. Source and target and mapping. Then fourth one is the session. We'll be creating a session. If you want to create a session, reusable session, then create a reusable session in Task Developer. Then here it will be available. So we have just created non-reusable session. So what is reusable, what is non-reusable, that I will explain in later sessions. We have provided the connections by pointing to source and target database, and then we just created a workflow and we have executed it and monitored it. So remember, these are all the naming conventions we have to follow. The mapping names should always have M underscore, the lowercase m underscore table name, or a meaningful name. A session name should be S underscore the mapping name. It should be S underscore M underscore the meaningful name, and workflow should be WKF or WF underscore. So this is what the workflow name. Maplet is MPLT or ML. Worklet is WKLT or WL. Dimension table should be underscore dim or dim underscore or D underscore. Fact table should be fact underscore F underscore. Views should be table name underscore V or V underscore table name. Materialized views, table name underscore MV. So these are all the naming conventions. These naming convention will be slightly different from project to project. So, but this is the standard one you can follow in your project also. Kindly practice this session. We will meet in the next session.